Have you ever wondered why one human being can go through a tragedy with another person and the two of them, well, they come out on the other side completely different? A family endures a house fire. One child can't wait to get inside and clean up the mess. Another one hides fearfully at Grandma and Grandpa's house, while the third one, well, they're just ready to move on and never look back. 50% of the world's population has gone through a tragedy of some kind that can either cause one to run away in fear, another one to stand and fight, and yet another one to be frozen in time, unsure of what to do. In the aftermath of many tragic situations, the simplicity of 2 + 2, it no longer seems important. Innocence has been victimized and morality demonized to a point of uncertainty that the infinite cellular makeup of our anatomy post-trauma seems like the 37.2 trillion cells in our bodies have suddenly been thrown up in the air, scattered during a windstorm, and we've been left to find the scattered pieces of our souls spread throughout nations of wherever that wind may blow. While a team of scientists from Italy, Greece, and Spain reveal that the human body has an estimated 2 billion heart muscle cells, and WebMD reveals our brains have 100 billion cells linked by synapses connecting a cell to tens of thousands of other cells, what really matters the most is what our human eyes see in the man in the mirror staring back at itself. Those two precious spheres themselves made up of an average of 4.5 million cone cells and 90 million rod cells contained in the retina alone. Yet while science defines the cellular makeup of who we are, why is it that we handle things so completely different? Are coping skills so different than our siblings, friends, and partners in life? One couple goes through an affair and comes out on the other side deeper in love because of the power of forgiveness, love, and determination intertwined with one another in an unbreakable embrace that only Jesus Christ himself could possibly explain. The rejection, abandonment, and betrayal that cuts the cord of security, scattering the 2 billion heart muscle cells like water and blood to be evaporated in its brokenness. Another couple endures the same, and the fiery fury of rage and anger overpower one, consuming the life of another, leaving an entire family and community wondering, how could this have possibly happened? Yet a third couple part ways in silence and leave a justice system to divide the children between the two in a battle of wills and emotions out of control that even the judge isn't 100% for sure who should have guardianship and who should pay alimony. And why has this useless tragedy created a generation of brokenness that will stem down from generation to generation of unanswered questions and the innocence of the victims caught in the middle of the battle? And yet, in the midst of this inadvertently minuscule moments in time that consume every fiber of our daily imaginations that we carry around with us, like a weight around our necks, just waiting for someone to push us into the roaring river to disappear from the burdens of life forever, there's a man who appears on the shoreline of our soul and reaches his hand out in the midst of the raging tempest we have found ourselves perplexed by, and he says, "Peace, be still, my child. I am carrying you." Out of the fire of the burning home, enduring the sufferings of betrayal and abandonment, through the hardships of our existence that leaves our 37.2 trillion cells in a cocoon called flesh, there can be only one that understands the enormous relief that comes from a broken heart encapsulated by real grace, real mercy, and real love that time and space cannot contain. Jesus. He is the reason of every season, the very breath that keeps my soul on fire for him. No religion can explain him or duplicate the beauty of a life forever changed by his embrace. No opinion can discredit the validity of his dominion over the sands of time that pass so easily through our fingers, no matter if they are newly born or wrinkled from the time itself. When your life has been kissed by the face of grace, to deny such a love for humanity and all creation around it is as asinine as sticking one's finger in the flame of a candle and not expect it to be burned or affected by it. To turn and walk away from it is the freedom of choice each and every one of us has been given. To some it's foolish, to others it's freedom, and yet the third wonders, could it be true? and they stay frozen in the fear that consumes possibility of the validity that there is a Savior for eternity that breathes life, love, and liberty into the souls impacted by tragedy, that is available for our daily freedom to inhale those scattered cells that seem so far away that even a Redeemer must fill the holes which remain. The beautiful broken fragments of innocence, fully restored, making tragedy but a fading memory into the darkness of what once was, now being replaced by the infinite possibility of a purpose for our very existence, to embrace the words spoken on the cross that day. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.